So I've already cleaned up my brows. I use this Philips hair remover. I forgot the exact name. I got it at Target. But I use this to clean up my brows. I don't get waxes or anything anymore because I'm trying to let them grow in fuller. And it seems like when you get the waxes and stuff like that, the hair doesn't grow back like it should. I don't want them to be too like thin. So I just shape up under here and around here to clean them up. And then I'm going to use my NYX Professional Microbrow pencil and show y'all how I fill them in. So first things first, I like to have a handheld mirror. Y'all have seen this palette several times. I love the mirror. So I'm going to use this so I can look in close. I'm going to take my pencil. And this is a brand new pencil actually. So I ain't worn the tip in like I would like to. But I'm going to take my pencil. So when I like to start not at the beginning of the brow, this point right here. I start like back here to shape it out how I want to shape it. Bam. Then I'm gonna go up top, kind of at the same place where I started at the bottom, and meet at the end. You should have some sort of shape. So now once both the tail end of the eyebrow meets, you start filling in from back here forward. It should look something like this. So for this front part, I do little strikes of lines, I guess you could say. I fill them in by doing like this because I don't like my front end of my eyebrow to be too blocky, like it just start boom, boom. I do not like that. Some people like that, that's fine, but I don't like that. So I just start filling in like natural hairlines. See that? So then what you do to blend it for that front part, you take the brush and brush upward like you want the hairs to look. And then you just keep brushing back the same direction, the way you drew that line and the way those hairs are going, you brush those harsh lines out of the product. So you do this whether you're using pencil or like dip brow, something like that. I use dip brow too. You always want to kind of like smooth the product out because you don't want to see like the inconsistencies, like the lines and stuff like that be in your brows if you don't brush and blend that in. What I always tell y'all, blend. I like mine to look more on the natural side. I know, like, because I used to use dip brow and it would be darker and you couldn't really see my natural hairs as much. But now I like to use the pencil. It's a little bit of a lighter color to where it looks more natural. Like you can see the hairs in my brows and they could pass for my brows, if you get what I'm saying. So I just do that. Then I'm going to do the next one. Again, we brushing that front part up. Brush the other hairs the way we want our brow to go. And we're going to draw our two lines. And we want to make sure we kind of keep it consistent with the same. This is my right, y'all left. But make our eyebrows match. And we can actually do that better once we clean them up with the highlight. I'll show y'all in a second. Well, with the concealer. Then I'm gonna draw my lines in again. You can go back and forth with tweaking them to make sure they match up and they look good to your liking before you clean them up. So to clean that up, I use concealer. I usually use the concealer that I'm going to highlight with. And I'm taking the Juvia's Place, of course y'all already know. And I'm gonna clean up under my eye. So basically if you marked outside of the lines, or if it's looking like it's not matching up with the other eyebrow, this is the trick that you use to make them match and clean them up so that you don't see any of the little black dots too from when you clean up your brows, and if it's outside of the lines and stuff. You get what I'm saying? You should. So I'm taking some concealer, and I'm taking this is my crayon case small cream brush, and I'm taking that, and I like to put it in the concealer on both sides, kind of, so that you can make sure that the end of the brush is kind of mashed down and flat, because I like a nice flat brush. I'm gonna go up under our brow with this. So you want to take the concealer, not put it directly at the line of the brow, but just down just a little bit, so you can direct where you want that concealer to go, because you don't want to put it too much on the brow and you got too much product built up and it goes in your brows. See, I just went into my brow right then, but I could fix that. And when you do that concealer, blend it out. I hate when I see where people concealer lines start, like when they do their eyeshadow and stuff, and once everything is filled in, you can see that concealer line is just still up under their eyebrows on the outside where they outlined it. Blend it out. Just watch what I'm about to do. Bow. You see how that's cleaned up? Now we're gonna do the other brow. You see how that's blended out and you can't see that line underneath? We good to go. And then you can take like your foundation shade, just put a little bit on the concealer brush and outline the top part. That way it'll blend in instead of putting the concealer on top, so you won't have that white line at the top part. So I'm gonna show y'all how I do that. Just take a little dot of my foundation shade, use the same brush, and we just gonna clean up the top. This is what helps you get as close as possible to your eyebrows with your foundation without messing them up. So you just clean up that top part with the foundation you're going to use. Blend that out at the top. I'm going to do this eyebrow. blend it out. Do whatever touch-ups you have to do. Sometimes if you get a little concealer on your brow, you just go back in with your brush and fix it. Little small stuff. That's what I'm about to do with this one. And then I'm going to take my ELF brow gel, a new one I got at Ulta. I'm going to take my wand and brush the hairs up. Once you do that, you can see the hairs in your brow they look like natural. You can notice, you see the hairs. They're not just laid down and dark and covered up by the pomades. I like the pencil look. See that? That's just how I like my brows to look. Hope y'all enjoyed this quick video on how I do my brows. I thought I'd do a quick updated eyebrow routine. I don't do a lot. I don't do all the extra stuff that other people do. And their technique works. I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing like that. Their eyebrows look good. But I'm lazy, so I like to do stuff as simple and as quick as possible. Even though it ain't all that quick, but it's quicker compared to other routines I've seen. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope it's helpful and you figure out how to get them brows together, sis. See y'all!